Good morning, Commanders. This is the command table, and I am Mathermar, and we have a series of videos from this round of Wicker Colossus. We're just getting started. It's still even before the first replacement key has been given. So we're going to show you what we've done here with all different kinds of options. We are putting the science through the ringer again. So yes, and I realize that is spelled incorrectly on purpose. So let's get into it. We have a lot to show you, but first, if you would please like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below, or if you have any other strategies that you think would be worthwhile sharing. So let me show you what I've been working with. This is one of the many builds that I've tried. We have Warhounds, all with Berserk, and the Unshackle isn't crucial on this round, given the boss modifiers. Let's look at those real fast. The boss modifiers are Enhanced Melee, which doesn't matter because the boss doesn't attack, and Wounded, which does matter because it will affect Amulet of the Panther Queen and the Berserk Power Stone. So we have Berserk on all of our Warhounds. We have some Berserk, some Corrupted damage, and some regular damage on our Wraiths. And then we have our Dire Wolves, which have damage 3 and a Corrupted damage 1. Again, the Unshackle doesn't matter much. And our Plaguebearers. There we go. Plaguebearers, notice the Corrupted slow. Pay attention to that because you will see me facepalm later over that. But I didn't have much of anything on these guys, which actually is very informative when you see the attempt. So that's what I'm working with on the units that you'll see in the videos. So here we go. We have SR15. There we go. Let's start with this one. This one, I wanted to show the difference with the exact same build. Okay, so this is the build that I used when I switched between the Ring of Unity and the Amulet of the Panther Queen. So it's coming along real well. You'll notice that I picked the Dark Soul of the Devourer, and that was because I mean I could have just left it empty, but I wanted to have artifact in there that did not affect anything else. The Spear of Cataclysm can fluctuate your damage by, as you'll see, about 2.5 to 3 million, maybe even more, depending on how lucky you get. So you want to make sure that if you're doing Teh Science, like I am, that you create a controlled experiment. So we got rid of that. Okay, now look here at this. It says 3.5 million at 30 seconds, 18.1 million at 40. And we got the boss down at 14 seconds. Okay, so then you look at this next one, Amulet of the Panther Queen. We hit, there we go. Okay, now only difference is the Amulet of the Panther Queen. Same elixirs, same artifacts, except for that rare artifact switch. And same units, same power stones, everything. So as controlled as I can possibly get for an experiment between the two. Now, again, there's a lot of factors that go into this. If you're watching this several weeks into the future, you may not have the same boss modifiers or the same power stones. So you'll have to do your own assessment at that point. But you'll notice at 14 seconds, the boss health went down, and when you see the stats for the Amulet of the Panther Queen, 13.3 million at 30 seconds, so almost the same. Just a real minor difference when you're talking the scale of numbers. And then 17.95 million at 40 seconds. So basically the exact same pace. There's very, very minor difference between the two. So I did that, and then I switched out the Plaguebearers. Now, please don't give me too much grief over this one, But as I mentioned, I put the Corrupted Slow on my Plaguebearers and I did not switch it out. So that will kind of sort of affect the science on this one, because obviously you'd prefer to have those Plaguebearers attacking. But what we end up with is a very interesting result. You'll notice that as we approach the 14-second mark, again, we have no spear to interfere with the results. Boom. Almost the exact same time, and I don't even have these 2 units of Plaguebearers attacking. So, you take that for what you will. If they had some damage stones on them and they were actually up there hitting things, you would be doing a lot more damage with Plaguebearers instead of Direwolves. So we did that, and then I decided, you know what? Let's drop all of those, and we will put Wraiths in. So, straight up Warhounds and Wraiths, nothing else. That's all we've got. So I showed you the Powerstones on the Wraiths, a couple Berserks. If you had all Berserks, then they would probably shred through this very quickly. But it was mostly corrupted damage and some regular damage. But you look at this, again, we're approaching that 14-second mark that seems to kind of be our target. 14 seconds, 13. So one more second that it took using Wraiths. Now, again, if you have that modifier, which I think hits at SR10 or 11, I'm not sure, but the second modifier, which is the wounded modifier, if you throw Berserk on all of your Wraiths, you'll be cranking it. So those are my SR15 attempts. Here is Hell's build. He contributed this, so you can see his Powerstones. He's got some Berserk and corrupted damage. Warhounds all have Berserk, and he's only using 6 of those. Level 12 Direwolves, one with Berserks and the other with damage 3. And then no damage on his Plaguebearers. So we'll see how he does. And he is using Spear, but you'll notice that he's using no Elixirs. So that Spear does make a big difference compared to what I was doing earlier, because I was trying to maintain a controlled environment. But I just thought it was really neat that he was able to do it without Elixirs. So congratulations, Hell. Excellent attempt. And I do like the layout. I kind of feel like the hounds do get congested a lot, so maybe only using 6 is preferable. So there you go. That was Hell. He had a no elixir attempt there. And then this is me using Spear with that original build that I tried the 2 different artifacts on. So when you do end up using Spear, again, it's hit or miss. But you'll notice that our usual time frame for completing the boss was 14 seconds. And now we are closing in on 0 at 17 seconds. So if you do have the Spear of Cataclysm on, it can fluctuate enough to certainly get you the heart if you're struggling. But again, it is hit or miss. Sometimes, like I've had runs where it's hit 0 times. But you'll notice, let's see, 20.8 million at 40 seconds, whereas the others were about 17.9 or 18.1. So that's almost 3 million damage difference using the Spear. So huge, huge difference. Of course, that's rank 3 Spear. Yeah, so take that for what it's worth. This was my SR10 attempt for those of you who are interested. I was goofing around with the all Wraiths, all Warhounds thing. And again, it honestly doesn't seem to really matter. They all seem to come in at about the same. Yeah, there's a slight edge for certain units, but it seems like Plaguebearers kind of edge out the pack. They're kind of just winning by a nose. So at this point, my assessment is just throw in whatever your highest level units are, and it'll probably work out just fine. So there you have it. I'd probably still need the time elixir if I was using this build. But on my other builds, I should be able to do it with one or the other, either using power or time. So thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. We'll have more content for you in the near future. Also, Anturium posted a couple on Discord using Frost Wizard, so feel free to check those out. Those were very informative. And he also had one with ECs. So thank you for watching, and we will see you again soon.